Hey guys, and welcome back to Mad About Skin. In today's video, we're talking skincare regrets. But not just those product regrets. We've all seen those videos of products I regret buying. I've got so many product regrets in my life, but I'm taking it a little bit deeper. I'm going to look at some of the techniques, the products, the things I inflicted on my skin that I now regret. Hopefully, this is meant to be a bit tongue-in-cheek. You know, we all have regrets. And I like to think, regrets, they're lessons learned. We've evolved as we've aged, and these are like lessons learned. But by sharing them with you today, A, we can all have a bit of a laugh at my expense, but we can also share with you guys, some of the things that you might be doing now and want to rethink, and we can all learn from my mistakes, hopefully. So let's jump straight on in and talk about my skincare regrets. My biggest regret has to be sheet masks. Now, sheet masks work for a lot of people. Sheet masks can be great. You can put them on, and actually by putting like a dressing over the serum or the cream that's within them, it can add an element of heat, which makes the product work better. I'm all in favour of sheet masks. I get why they work. However, I have a big face. There's a lot of face going on, and none of them ever fitted. They were really uncomfortable. The eye holes never matched up, and I keep doing them time and time again because I saw people doing them online. Everyone was raving about sheet masks, and I thought, okay, I have to try them. I then looked back and thought, actually, I bought so many. I've not enjoyed nearly any of them, and I just really like the masks that you paint on the face, the ones that you can be a bit more precise with, and I wish I kind of accepted this and moved on instead of trying to, follow the trend and go sheet masks. This is demonstrative of my problem. This is the number of sheet masks I currently have. None of them will fit my face. None of them are probably that good. I'm going to gift these away to people that do love sheet masks. But I kind of think, a little bit on the wasteful side because there's a lot more waste than there is in a mask that comes in a pot that you then apply to the skin. I think they're more expensive overall though because it depends on the brand, and none of them fit my big old face. So I'm saying goodbye to sheet masks. I'm finally admitting they don't work for me. I'm going to gift these away, and I'm going to move on and focus on those masks that come in the tubs that we can apply, cut down on the wastage. They'll actually fit my face because I can paint them wherever I want, and I just think, maybe it's just going to work a little bit better for me. In a similar vein, I'm going to apologise to the whole skincare community when I used to be obsessed with single ingredient skincare. You guys know I love The Ordinary, that's no secret, and my regret is that I didn't embrace multi-purpose, multi-function serums a little bit sooner. So I thought every single step in your skincare routine had to be a single ingredient or it wasn't really working. I still love my single ingredients. This is the lactic acid by The Ordinary. I love, love, love this product. Holy grail for me, such a great product. And I love single active ingredients, but also we can cut out a few steps in our skincare routine. We can maximise the benefit of our routine by including serums which have more than one active ingredient in. So I've kind of, I've revised my opinion, and I do regret not getting on the multi-active bandwagon a little bit sooner. I'll leave a link to a video I did where I kind of acknowledged this and talked about some of my favourite multi-active products, which I'll leave a link to up there. I'm kind of starting to correct that now, and I've incorporated quite a few multi-actives in my routine. One of my favourite cleansers is the Clarifying Cleanser by Face Theory. I also like the Super Gel Moisturiser by Face Theory, which has niacinamide, vitamin C, aloe vera, so many great things in it. In fact, if you're looking for multi-actives, I think Face Theory are a really good option. You guys know I love the Hylamide Sub-Q Skin. That's like a multi-purpose serum, almost an all-in-one serum. So I would say there are so many good multi-purpose serums and products out there. I wish I just got on that bandwagon a little bit sooner. Now, my next regret is going to be an apology, accompanied by an apology to my mother. We used to go on holiday as kids. We had some great holidays when we were growing up, but my mother was like the zealot when it came to sunscreen. She was on it all the time. Like, you couldn't enjoy a moment of peace on the beach without my mother racing around, squirting the factor 30 or factor 50 in your face, on your body at all times. She used to make us wear t-shirts when we just desperately wanted to take off all our stuff and just get in the sea. We had to wear a t-shirt when we were doing it. She was like a anti-sun zealot. At the time, we're thinking, why? What is all this about? Why do I need to do this? And like a lot of people who had mothers similar to mine, once they got to like 18 or 16 or 18 and started going on holiday on their own and were chased around by the mother, they thought, sunscreen, it's not as important. Let's enjoy a bit of freedom and not have to worry about sunscreen. And we only then re-picked up sunscreen in like our 20s, and there's a gap in most people's lives of sunscreen use between like 16 and 25. And that's such a shame. I really regret. I apologise to my mother because she was doing totally the right thing. And I know if I ever had kids, I would be that same person that chased around with the sunscreen. And so I regret that gap of no sunscreen use in my early to mid 20s. And I think a lot of the hyperpigmentation I have today is probably as a result of that. Now, I always say in skincare, it's never too late. It's never too late to turn back the clock. You know, if you're worried about aging or accumulated sun damage, I did a whole video on the best ingredients to tackle that, so I'll leave a link to it up there. Check that out. It is never too late to reform and to introduce sunscreen to your life. I recently discovered this, which is the Ultrist sunscreens. So affordable. This is like £5 here in the UK. It is a little bit more expensive in the US, but if you're in Europe, you can get your hands on this for like £5, $6. So affordable. There is no excuse for not using sunscreen, and I wish I'd listened to my mother a little bit more, and I just regret having that sunscreen gap in my life, because I think I'd be dealing with a lot less hyperpigmentation and a lot less fine lines and wrinkles now if I'd have just listened to my mother. Another regret, which I guess was self-imposed by my own mindset and not actually reading up on things, is my total avoidance of facial oils. As someone who had acne-prone skin and breakout-prone skin, the idea of putting an oil on my oily skin was mind-blowing. Would never have done it. So I never used a facial oil or an oil cleanser until about 6 months ago. Then I did a lot of research and realised that often actually oil attracts oil. So if you have super oily skin, using an oil cleanser or a balm cleanser can actually be beneficial, and that different oils act differently on the skin, and there's so many out there that you can add to your routine to help with hydration and cleansing that won't clog the skin, cause whiteheads and blackheads, which I was always fearful of. Since learning that, I've incorporated loads of facial oils into my routine, mainly rosehip seed oil, which is great if you have acne prone skin because it won't break you out, and my skin has been loving it. My hydration is through the roof, my skin feels more plump. I've noticed just a nice smoothness to the skin since I've incorporated a facial oil. I mix it with my moisturizer on an evening to get an extra boost of hydration. Sinks in like that. You don't get any of that tackiness or that oily feeling on the skin. It just works really, really well for me. The ones that I'm going for at the moment is, this is the Baha Basics rosehip seed oil, though I also have the ordinary one somewhere. That's just a single virgin cold pressed rosehip seed oil, which is great if you have acne prone skin. I'm also using this at the moment. This is the Stratia Balanced Facial Oil. Now this I've only started using because since I changed my retinol, I've been going to a prescription retinol, I've been finding my skin is super, super dry on an evening. And so adding this, which has jojoba oil in as well, will just up the ante in terms of the hydration a little bit more than rosehip seed oil will do. This is so good. Cruelty free, as are all the brands I mentioned on the channel, and just really nice. In terms of the scent, it's light, but it's natural, so there's no artificial scent in either of these products, but it just smells really nice, goes onto the skin gorgeously, and I've noticed such a difference since I've incorporated oils into my routine. You have to be careful. If you're like me and you've got oily breakout prone skin, don't reach for the first oil you see. Check out our video I did on choosing the right one for your skin type, which I'll leave a link to up there, and that'll break it down for you. But I just regret not embracing the facial oils a little bit sooner. Another trend which I should have got on earlier than I did, and you lot read me to filth. You all came for me for not being on the Korean skincare bandwagon as soon as some other creators here on YouTube, and I do regret it because there's so many good products from Korea that I've kind of missed out including in my routine. The reason I didn't jump on Korean skincare first off is it's not the easiest to get here in the UK. It is. Now we've got sites like Stylevana, which I do most of my shopping on for my Korean beauty, and make it a lot easier, and the shipping's really great, so it's all good. But before then, it was quite difficult to actually get a lot of the products here, and so I didn't put the effort in and I didn't try them. Since I've started doing my monthly video where I do like a Korean skincare haul, order a load of Korean skincare and share it with you guys, and you guys love, love, love those videos. It always gets a load of views and loads of comments. I've found so many amazing Korean skincare products. So my favourites is this. This is the iUnique Centella Calming Gel. If you've got a bit of retinol uglies going on, I have at the moment the redness, the peeling, the irritation, this holy grail friend. If you have a sunburn, you shouldn't, because you should be wearing the sunscreen I mentioned earlier, but we all catch the sun at some point in our lives. This is so good for taking down that stinging and that irritation. It's just packed full of 70% Centella Asiatica, which is calming and soothing. You've also got tea tree in here, which is anti-inflammatory and antiseptic. Just such a good product. I also really like this. This is the Green Tea Fresh Toner from Isntree, and this is so good. Smells really fresh, smells really nice. If you're wanting a balancing toner that's going to add some hydration to the skin, maybe calm down the skin after an exfoliation, this is a really good option. And these two are, I could mention so many other Korean skincare products, but these are the two that I think I love most and use most on a day-to-day basis. Now, a couple more I want to just give a quick mention to in terms of regrets. I regret getting on. I think we all do this. We see hype around a product and we're determined to use it. And in our head, we're determined to like the product because other people like it. It's hyped, and so we have to get on that product and we have to enjoy it. This is just an example. There's so many times I've done this, but this is an example. This is the ordinary niacinamide 10% plus zinc 1%. Everybody loves this product. It's on TikTok, it's on Instagram, it's on YouTube. Everybody recommends this product and says how amazing it is. And so I bought it and I tried it. I thought, my skin's a little bit dry. I got a little bit of breakout. I'm going to plow through because everyone loves it. So it must be good. And then I found it dried my skin out, so I stopped using it. Then I went back to it because there was a bit more hype. And then I stopped using it. Then I went back to it. And it's kind of like a cycle. I just worked out, I just don't think this is the right product for my skin. And so I regret, this is one example. There's so many out there. I regret jumping on those products which are hyped and having to love them. The Youth to the People cleanser was another example. I was determined to love that because everybody else did, and it stripped the heck out of my skin. It was like one of the worst cleansers I've ever used for drying my skin, but I thought it must be my skin. My skin is to fault, not the product. So I kept using it and using it and using it. So bad. So I just say, you know, one of my regrets, and this is something I guess I'd take away from this video, if amongst other things, if you want to take one thing away, I'd be like, just because a product is hyped, be it on this channel, on another channel, if it doesn't work for you, listen to your skin. I kind of wish I'd done that with this product and lots of others in my life and worked out, yes, I might have paid money for it. Yes, it might be hyped, but if it ain't working, it isn't worth it. Give it to someone it might work for, but whatever you do, don't keep applying it because you want to be keeping up with the trend. I regret doing that, and I've done it all my life. So I'm going to try, this could be a resolution for me, I'm going to try and mend my ways. So there you have it, some of my skincare regrets. I actually want to throw in a final one, and that is that I regret not loving my skin a little bit more. I know, this is a cop-out, and people are going to say, yeah, this is kind of like the nice sentiment you have to end our videos on. Actually, I really mean it. I hated my skin, I hate it. One of the reasons I loved physical scrubs as exfoliators is because it helped me take out some of my anger and hatred on my skin, actually on my skin. So it was like a release mechanism for scrubbing against the acne and just the loathing I had towards my skin from like the age of 14 right the way up through to 30. I absolutely hated my skin. I thought I had the worst skin ever. My skin was just bad skin. That tag that we always use, it was bad skin, and I really hated it. And a lot of the things I did to my skin, from the picking to the scrubbing, was all, I think, an outlet for a lot of the anger I felt towards my skin and my acne. None of that's healthy, and whilst in the moment nobody could have told me any different, I had a bit of a wake-up call when I hit 30 and I went for a regular checkup, and one of the moles that I have on my arm had grown in size, and the dermatologist that we're seeing was like, yeah, that's not looking good, so we need to take it off, we need to deal with it, we'll have it biopsied and all of that. I had it removed, and it did come back as there were precancerous cells there, and it needed to be removed, which it already had been at that point. And all's good. We've moved on. You know, it's all wonderful. But that was a real jolt for me. And I thought, yeah, do you know what? My spots were never going to kill me. Having a zit isn't going to kill you. Something like that actually could. And so it reset all of my thoughts on my skin that, yes, I've got hyperpigmentation. Yes, I've got blemishes. Yes, I've still got adult acne in my mid-30s. But do you know what? None of that is going to kill me. And in the right, I just wish I'd learned to love my skin that little bit more. And that's, I guess, the positive message I want to take out. Whatever's going on in your skin, let's just ban the bad skin tag that people always seem to use. There's no such thing as bad skin. If your skin is providing a function, it's healthy, it's good skin. It might not be perfect. Let's try and, you know, work on our imperfections, but not hate because of them. There you go. Positive message to end the video. Wherever you are in the world, guys, I hope you're staying safe and well. You might have learned from some of these regrets. Maybe you're doing some yourself. Who knows? Leave me a comment below to let me know what your regrets are, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Take care. Bye.